Welcome back to the Practical Dreamers podcast, where your dreams and finances collide. I'm Charm,
And I'm Dira.
and we're your guides on this journey to financial freedom. And today, what are we talking about, Dira?
Today we are talking about self-care. Self-care is basically the practice of keeping your physical, your mental, your spiritual self all aligned. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in the hype of what self-care really is and isn't. So it doesn't have to be expensive. You can take care of yourself in all these ways with things at home. So today we're going to watch a series of videos as we usually do and then give our feedback on each and kind of move on from there.
Sounds amazing. All right, on to our first video.
All right.
I spend about $2,124 a month on my beauty maintenance routine, so no one can call me ugly. To start, I get monthly facials and PRP treatments, which run me about $450 a session. Next is Botox every 3 to 6 months for $350, give or take. And after that is laser hair removal for $600, because who doesn't want to be a naked mole rat? Now onto the hair, which is $150 for tape-in maintenance, not including the cost of the actual tape-ins themselves, which are around $900. Next is $250 for a fresh set and a pedicure, because your girl doesn't do frills anymore, and I'll be damned if I don't look good naked. So I pay $281 for Pilates. Then there's brow threading for $16 and an additional $17 to laminate them at home. And last but not least, DIY lash extensions for $10. Well, that's it.
So the most affordable thing was the DIY $10 lashes that she was putting on. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's quite the routine. I mean, if it's within her budget, then great. But that's a lot of money for the average person, I would say, to be
I would
spending per
say
month.
yes. I'm at a loss for words right now.
I can see
It
you're
was
searching for them and don't know
some of
what to
the
say.
right, some of the commentary that she was using too, like while she was saying the video, who don't want to be a
Oh yeah.
naked mole rat, and she be damned if she don't look good naked, like all this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness. But
Mhm.
I mean, I guess the title of this video makes sense because I was just thinking, like, dang, I never really knew what high maintenance was, but
That's
that is
it. That
high
is
maintenance.
on the high maintenance side. Yes. Takes a lot to be her.
Well,
I mean,
kudos to what man has her. Go ahead.
I know, refer to the dating video before this one. So yeah, yeah. All right. Let's go on to the next video.
We're sold this image of self-care that involves buying the most expensive facial mask or the expensive Pilates class. But it can be simple and it can be cheap, like buying your favorite bread. It's about taking the time for yourself to do the things that make your heart happy. For me, that's moving my body in a way that feels authentic, like dancing badly in the bathroom or spending time with loved ones. It's cooking my favorite meals and doing my eyebrows. It doesn't have to be grand, but it does have to be done. Want to crack self-care? Brush your teeth, brush your hair, tell yourself you're amazing. Congrats, you've done it. It looks different for everyone. Take time for yourself this week because you deserve all the love and the kindness that you give to everybody else. What is your plan for self-care on a budget?
Okay, so that was more my style of self-care. A little more affordable. I don't know about the bread thing.
I was
That
about to
was a
say
little
mine is
odd.
the bread thing. I want the facial. I want the bread. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna have to do more moving of my hips to get that bread off. I'll just get the facial.
Right. Agreed. Yeah, but I
But
understood the sentiment behind all of
yes,
it. It's the
but if I'm
little
being
things.
honest, right, honest, she helped me get my words back because I know the last video left me speechless.
It sure did. And that's
My
a
words are
rare
coming back
occasion.
to me. My words are coming back to me. And the first thing I think about right now is self-love. Because
Mm-hmm.
the fact that the woman in the last video felt the need to do all those things, as she said, so no one calls her ugly, like, come on
Yes.
now. And one thing I really loved about this video too is that this woman in this video said, about being authentically you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what self-care is, that knowing that you can love yourself and be authentically you. And no
Right.
matter in whose presence.
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel for the woman in that previous video, because if she has to do all that upkeep to keep the man that she possibly has, and possibly paying for all that, and if she's paying for all that, kudos to her for having that budget. But that's a lot of work. And does that really work? That person really love you?
Yeah.
It's a lot to think about there. See, I got my words back, but they not necessarily for this video. But that's
Well,
okay.
yeah.
Uh,
I I mean, the last routine was exhausting. I mean, minus the I think she said she got a facial, which those are fun. Well, I don't know what kind of facial she got because her skin was peeling and burning. And I think
She
she was
got stuff to
bleeding
make.
too, or something was going on. I can't remember what
Yeah,
she got
she did a
exactly.
lot.
It was just too much. Yeah, but Pilates, always want to try them. That sounds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what kind of facial that was. I like a facial, just not that one.
It might have been a chemical
But,
peel.
oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what it was. Okay.
But you can do that at home
But-
too. I don't recommend it necessarily, but there are cheaper ways to do a chemical peel.
Oh yeah, don't do that at home, please. Please, you don't know what you're doing. We want your skin to stay intact. But yeah, what I was gonna say about this woman is that I really like the idea of dancing because music, dancing, that's always a good time, regardless.
Mhm.
I know that's how I get some stress out of the way. It's just dancing in the
Same.
mirror, having fun. That's how I get myself amped for the morning sometimes too. Like, all right, come on, we got this. Just start dancing. Put my favorite soca music on. So yeah.
No, I agree. I definitely believe music is something that heals the soul. So, you know, whatever genre you listen to, I think that is a lot of people's go-to to help get them to a better mental state. So I agree with that one. That is definitely taking care of yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. So let's
I
move
hope
on.
the next video ain't the first video. Just
I should put another one like that up.
I don't want to lose my words again and then get them 5 minutes later.
Make
you tired of hearing me
again.
You're already tired of hearing me, I guess.
You know how to put you on mute. All right. On to the next. The dollar store. So picked up some products for a little self-care spa day. So that's cute. Don't know if I trust everything in that lineup.
I was about to say, I know I'm not a fan of the first video, but I feel like I'm going to be with the chemical peel if I use some of those products.
Face gonna be bleeding.
Right. But I do understand, I do appreciate the practicality of her options of what she chose in a dollar store. I think there was a eye mask with the beaded eye mask that you can put in the microwave or the freezer. Those things I think are sensible things that are reasonable to get at the dollar store. To Dira's point, I think you want to use caution with some of the products, especially if you have sensitive skin, things of that nature. Sometimes I am, as you can tell, I'm the most frugal person out there, but I do believe in being safe as much as possible. So making sure that you're finding the best products for your skin is essential. But again, I don't believe you need to break the bank to do that.
No, and they have all kinds of little like massagers and things that aren't chemical based because again, like Charm was saying, we don't necessarily recommend those items. They could be great. We don't know, but don't say you heard it from here. But in terms of just self-care products, they do have a lot of options in the dollar store, and it's a great way to stay within a budget. Walmart as well. That's another spot that has a lot of things that are budget friendly as well, and probably a little more safer for your skin. But yeah, so now that we've gone over those videos with you guys, we have some little self-care ideas that fall into those categories of all the categories of your well-being, pretty much. So one of the ones that was brought up quite often was exercise. I think people were talking about Pilates in one video. The other video mentioned expensive Pilates classes. I guess that's like the forefront of what people are doing right now is Pilates, which, like I said, I do want to try them, but I'm not paying an arm and a leg for it. But you can do exercise videos just off of YouTube. Like, there's a whole bunch. I know you put me on to the walking with somebody. I forget her name or.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either. But yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of walking videos.
Exactly. Find what works for you. They have videos for any type of workouts you could possibly think of. And of course, make sure there's something safe.
Yes.
that you're able to do.
Now, this is just to piggyback off of that. It's probably not the best thing, but the first thing that comes to my mind is Bridesmaids. Remember that scene where they were out there in the park and they were watching people that actually paid for the classes and they were just doing it in the corner. I mean,
Yeah,
listen, that's a way too. Keep it under
it
budget.
is.
So if you want to
It
do
is.
them expensive Pilates, but you can't afford a class, peek through the window. Maybe you could.
I'm actually not mad at that idea. That dude does not own that park. So if I'm on the other
Right.
side of it watching you and following along, hey, you shouldn't have done it outside. It was
There
at your
you
own
go.
risk.
I agree.
So yeah, I
Mhm.
agree too. And sometimes they do have free exercise classes. You just got to Google them and there's some introductory stuff that you can do.
Yep.
What's another one, Charm?
I would say another one is, as we kind of seen in most of these videos, doing your own DIY spa day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that you are buying the products that work for you, but setting that time aside, purchasing things that are within your budget that you probably planned for that month, and
Mm-hmm.
taking the time, whatever
Yeah.
that looks like for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people like to paint their nails, some people like to do their hair. Like there's all different kinds. Um, so yeah, that's a great tip. Meditation is another one. Just being alone with yourself, your thoughts, and just kind of quieting your mind. That's a great way to stay just mentally healthy. Because, life brings us a lot of different things, and that's sometimes you need to turn down the noise.
And especially
And
when it comes to finances.
oh, yeah, definitely.
I know financial stress is real and that can happen, especially when you feel like you're drowning, you don't have enough money, the things of that nature. So to Dira's point, meditation can help calm the mind, allow you to think through solutions to get yourself out of debt and or handle the financial situation that you might be impacted by at that time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. As well as journaling. That's another way to stay mindful too. Journaling, it's like a thought vomit. You get it all out on paper and sometimes you can see it clearer when it's in front of you versus jumbled in your mind. And like
Hmm.
Charm was saying, it'll help you with thinking things through. So I think that's always another great way to give yourself some self-care and love.
Yep. And I would say my last tip would be, when it comes to self care, as we said earlier, really about self love, loving yourself, being authentically you as much as possible, and also knowing that budgeting, as much as people don't like to think of it, but that is a portion or I would say a part of self care. Knowing that you are setting the finances up for your success and your mental stability, that is self care. So I would
Mm-hmm.
encourage everyone to make sure that they are doing their self a favor of making a financial plan because that is going to help them out with self care as well.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Agreed.
Yep.
These are great ideas. So share your thoughts, share your ideas of what you guys do for self-care. Like the woman said in the one video, it doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't have to break the bank, but it's something that's true to you. Maybe you have a hobby that you enjoy. There's all kinds of things that people do. So we'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. All right. And make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the video, give us some likes, help us out, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. And as always, remember the magic of being practical. Until next time, guys.